What's good, superstars? Back with another VV video. We got Superstar Joe and we got Superstar Rob. How's it going, Rob?
Pretty good, you?
I hope your ping could keep up with that one, guys. That was some fast punches right there. Yeah, everything's good. I'm doing well. If you guys are new here, please hit that subscribe button. Become a superstar. You will not regret it. Videos every single day, bringing you all kinds of EV topics right now. And we're going to talk about whatever you guys want to hear about. So if there's something you want to hear about, let us know in the comments below. Type it there, and we'll be sure. If a lot of people want to hear about it, we're going to talk about it for sure. You can bet your dollar on that, okay? Also, check us out on the Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. The top two are Superstar Money _. Bottom one is just Superstar Money. That is where we will be doing a lot of our giveaways. You'll have to be part of those networks in order to do that. So here's our Instagram one that we just did last week with Pairology. We had a fast dose. You had to take a picture with a fast dose, and you won a lenticular Goofy, which Pairology was so generous to donate. So that is a giveaway type of thing that we do. Also, if you want to follow us on Veve, fast dose number 6909. And that is how it looks. Our logo looks like that. It's just Superstar Money on Veve. Very easy to find. You just got to scroll through 150,000 names on Fastos, and you will find us.
Yeah, this is a history of the wall right here. Buy it if you want. 9.9 million.
If you want to buy it, first YouTube content creator with it on there, at 9.9. That's how we do. We do have another Pairology giveaway. Speaking of lenticular goofies, if you are not entered, go follow Pairology on Twitter. Subscribe to Superstar Money on YouTube. You already did that, right? And comment your username below on this post, which is on our Twitter. It is pinned to our Twitter. It is this one right here. Do not comment it in the comments. 47 people are not entered. They commented their QR codes. That's not how you enter. Click the video and leave your username there. Now, if you're not getting your username on there, try to be creative. Write a sentence with your, be like, I really like chocolate chip cookies. My Veve username is this, and then that might put it through.
Well, people got on. They found ways. They found us on. They messaged us on Instagram. I put them through. I can actually add your name if I really had to, but the preference for sure is you do it, because the more that you guys send at me, the harder it is for me to document. So if you can, people found ways. They're like, this is like the 5th time I tried, and they finally got it through. Maybe you post without your username and then reply to it and add something underneath. Try something like that.
So just be creative, figure it out, and we're almost there. A couple more days left. You got 2 days left, and you can win a lenticular Goofy. That's like around $1,000, 1,000 gems. Crazy generosity from Pairology as usual.
He's so
speaking of Pairology, Pairology World Community is live. The website community.pairology.world, and we are in our own club here. If you go to clubs, you can hit Superstar Money, and you will bring you to our club. And we have a chat room here. But let's go through who's joined. We now have 60 members. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I know.
60 members.
Some familiar names have joined us recently.
YouTube commenter 10 hours ago. Fritern, we've seen you in the comments.
Yeah.
And Chrono next, guys. You guys, it's so easy to make an account here, and then we can get in the chat. I answered a couple questions today. People were asking. Oh, even Rob was in here answering questions.
Yeah, I was around.
Yeah, so it looks like
they actually reached out to me to get into the contest. This was one way they did it. They joined the Superstar chat.
Through the Superstar chat, one of the easiest ways.
I got them through.
So again, this is going to be a fun way that we do giveaways, especially in April. In April, you're going to be wanting to be on Pairology World Community, and right now, only 60 people are in the club. So really, if they all enter, even if they don't all enter, then it's even less than that, right? So definitely good odds to win whatever it is we're giving away in April. We will go over that April 1st. So make sure you tune in, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can hear all the details on that giveaway. There's going to be a bunch of them too. That's all I'm going to say. The rest is a secret. All right. So speaking of Superstar Money, a bunch of our subscribers, like Melanie, she started a YouTube channel. Go check her out. We were in on Rob Stuff's channel earlier today. We're all sharing it, guys. This is the type of community it is. VV Holic now is doing a giveaway with Pairology in April, guys. It's a fun time. Just join the community. You can follow us on Twitter if you want, and you can learn about the community that way, or we can just interact in here in the comments. Rob is answering comments all the time. Now, let's continue. We have the Rewind Collective House of Cards drop. We will get into detail on this tomorrow, but I just wanted to go through it quickly with you guys because I know you guys are here. You guys want to know about this draft.
The Mulan's nice.
We're going to do that, but this is the Rewind Collective. It just dropped, so we have to talk about it. Mulan is the common.
Yeah. It's nice.
999 editions. How is that? Oh, sorry, they're all ultra rare. My bad.
They're all the same. They're all ultra
rare. Yeah, my bad.
Ultra.
So Mulan, we got, and they're all animated. Joan of Arc.
That's what gives it a lot of value. That animation, though.
Elizabeth I, Queen Elizabeth I.
Interesting.
Pocahontas.
Okay, not bad.
Frida Kahlo.
I actually am not familiar with that. With her, she looks familiar, but I'm not familiar with.
Radical Mexican artist remembered for her searing self-portraits of celebration.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
And Anne Boleyn.
Also not familiar.
And
King
Emmeline Pankhurst. Oh, there's more. Harriet Tubman.
Okay, Harriet Tubman, yeah.
So how many are there? There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have about 8,000 mints.
I think this is a drop you have to go for, though.
Yeah, if you get one, it's a very limited edition, only 8,000.
Very limited. I think this one, and because it's animated too, I think it's for sure going. Like, if you are worried you're going to go underlisted, it won't. This one's going overlisted.
Yeah, and also the originals did pretty well, so you got to think these will do well.
People respect Rewind Collective, especially how well the other ones have done.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind having one of these cards that are animated. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess they're called cards, right? Technically,
I would assume so.
Yeah, cards, House of Cards, right? So yeah, so they must be the first cards then on the. I thought lenticulars were, but I guess not. These would be the first cards. It
is a lenticular card. So the lenticular card should be the first card on the app, but this is like a different style of card.
And they should be FEs, I guess.
They should be.
So okay. Well, we'll get into our price predictions tomorrow.
Mulan card. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow.
That should be interesting because they're all the same number of mints. So it's going to be cool to see what we think. So you might want to have to check that out tomorrow. Also, we got details on the Amazing Spider-Man drop coming tomorrow, which is Amazing Spider-Man number 101, and it's the first appearance of Morbius, right?
Morbius, yeah, the vampire.
Yeah. He's a vampire. A lot of chatter that this is going to do very well.
Well, it's coming out April 1st. His movie's coming out, but like we had commenters, we talked about it yesterday. I mentioned Morbius about the MCU. I know he's coming out with his movie, but I just don't know yet how they're going to tie the Sony Marvel universe, in this case, to the actual like Avengers Disney Marvel universe. That's why I'm a little bit hesitant. I'm assuming that the Morbius movie will do well. I mean, there was like the Venom and all that. Sure, it is still a movie, which will help bring popularity. I think it's not. People are saying that the physical book copy right now, I think it was Superstar winner Ken Penguin that said this, that actually the physical right now is getting bought up.
Okay, cool.
I don't know. I think that it's a good comic. It's an FA. I just don't know how it's going to fit into the MCU long term. I don't think that's guaranteed yet.
The Secret Rare is like just a different angle again. They did that different angle thing. He's getting punched off of this balcony here.
That's cool.
And over here, it's a different angle.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Pretty cool. But it's a B rank on Veve rank. I saw that.
Okay. It's an FA,
so have decent. If you're into B ranks and first appearances, might be one you want to cop. Yeah. All right. So let's get into it, guys. Here is the Golden Moments draft. We thought, you know what, we've done a rank before. I mean, Rob, you have it on your screen there. This was our final rank.
February 11th, we did a rank.
This was before the actual Donald Duck and Lady and the Tramp came out, and this is how we thought it would fare. Yeah. Now that we look back on it, maybe we weren't so correct about how they would do. But
well, maybe the Donald, right?
Yeah, Donald should be maybe a little bit lower on that list compared to how it's doing. But I mean, we're gonna do a draft style this time. We don't have the new Golden Moment set in this old tier system, so.
Well, I just want to say that I was on Vibesy's live yesterday, and he was doing some of this stuff, and then all of a sudden now, like, he actually said, "Oh, Superstar Money, this would be a great video for you guys to do." We have done one before, but we didn't update it. But because what I'm seeing is like every person right now on YouTube is doing some form of ranking system. We wanted to switch it up a bit, and like, why don't we do a draft? So it's almost like a competitive draft where when someone gets selected, if a collectible gets selected, you cannot select it because the other person has it. So we're going to do a draft. You guys can follow along, comment below on what you think, who drafted better, and you can let us know how would you have drafted. Maybe the order of how you would draft it would have been different as well.
Yeah, what team are you on after the draft? Which side would you want in your collection if you can only have one side? So Rob, you got the wheel of names there. See who's going to get first pick?
Spin the wheel. Let's go. Okay. We're fine. Our names are finally on this wheel, eh?
Wow, I'm on the list. Here we go. Come on, first pick. No.
You know how this goes. You know how this usually goes, eh?
Oh.
All right, I got first pick. All right.
Shucks. All right. Well, Rob's got first pick, so let us pull it over here. I'll write your name in.
I think
Rob.
we said that the partner statue's off limits.
Joe, yeah. So partner statue, where are you? You can't pick the partner statue.
We're gonna get rid of it because it's just too big of a skew.
That means there will be one left over at the end of it.
Yeah.
That doesn't get selected. So let us know if you agree with which one is left over. We don't even know which one that is yet. So we're gonna see as we go here. But Rob, you have the first pick, and you are on the clock.
You know, this was a really easy decision for me since the partner statue's not available. I'm going to go stick to my heart. R2-D2 is my first pick.
Shucks. That was my pick. All right. So R2-D2 is Rob's first pick. 8,333 mints.
Now, I'm going to say, yeah, let me just explain. So I'm a Star Wars fan personally. R2-D2, first of all, his price backs it up in the first place. But he also was one of the first golden moments on the app. We know how big Star Wars fans are into this. Obviously, there's always the concern that as more Star Wars comes out, there may be a dent on his price. But I think long-term, I wouldn't be too worried about it. R2-D2, famous character. Like, we're talking about like a 50-year history here. Maybe 40, but I'm good with it. So I'm going to go with R2-D2.
Perfect. Okay, so I have to make a hard decision now, but I don't think it's too hard. I mean, I'm sticking with the IP, and I'm going to take C-3PO here at number 2. I feel like once the Star Wars other drops come in, these are going to be really, really sought after, and people are going to be coming for R2-D2 and C-3PO. C-3PO is as is. He's in full color in the golden moment form, right? A little bit more mints, 12,333, only 4,000 more. So it's a little bit less rare, but I think that long term it will hold its value. So I got to go with C-3PO, and we got to make it an all Star Wars first round.
Yeah.
But
I'm
now
actually surprised by your pick. Wow.
I get second pick.
Oh, we're gonna snake this?
Just snake it. Yeah.
Oh,
of
okay,
course.
okay, good. I'm glad I didn't say anything. Go ahead. You're up.
You know what I mean?
You're up. Yeah, you're right.
I have another pick in my back pocket. Don't worry about it.
All right. What are you going for next?
Depending on, so let me just make the square. It's giving me OCD. I gotta look here for a second, but I think that I am going to go with another one that might have a little bit of a larger number of mints, but only because it is a huge franchise, the Disney princesses. And I'm gonna have to pull Elsa in as my second round pick. And I'm very happy with that. I think when more princesses come, Elsa will be there. And also, if you didn't know, like someone else was mentioning this, I forget if it was Melanie or not. Someone else saying the princess from, so Elsa, because she's a princess, she was not swept off her feet by Prince Charming. It might have been Veve Magic, I can't remember. But she's like the only one that wasn't swept off her feet. She was able to do it on her own, and I appreciate that, especially now that we're in Women's History Month and all that. Elsa's got to be in the bag. I know there's another option out there that maybe you're going to pick right now, but I feel like this is something I had to go with, and I have one, and I'm never selling it right now, so I have to have it.
I think you made the right pick, because if you didn't pick Elsa, that was going to be my pick. So you definitely, I think, got the right pick with Elsa. With that franchise, has her own her own ride now in the park. I haven't actually done it myself. When I was in Disney World, I think it was too busy. It was like a 2-hour wait at the time that I was there. So I think you made the right pick. It's a kind of a tough decision. Like, I have a lot to pick from. I think there's no wrong option. Again, I'm going to stick to my heart. I'm looking at this. I do have back-to-back picks, so it's not that, I can at least get 2 of them, but I'm going to go with Iron Man. I'm going to go with Iron Man because, 12,333 minutes, but let's not forget, he saved half of us. Okay? He saved half the world. So, Iron Man. No spoilers.
I didn't watch it yet.
Okay. Iron Man's the man. Obviously, iconic character. I think one of the first, again, golden moments that came out. Definitely has a huge history in the MCU. Really cool character with all his gadgets. So for me, that's the easy pick. Now, if I had to follow that up with the second one, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. I'm not going to go really with my heart on this one. I'm going to go more with my head, and I'm going to pick up the Homer and Bart.
Okay.
Because Homer and Bart, that was the actual first one, if I remember correctly. Yep. That was the real first one.
The first battle scene.
Debatably the first battle scene. I was dying when I heard that for the first time.
Yeah.
Still a little bit of a higher mint, but I think that, and I am a Simpsons fan, not as much of a Marvel fan, but I do think that there are lots of Simpsons fans who would love to have this, especially knowing that it was the first golden moments on the app. And Simpsons have been around for what is it, over 20 years now. So it's been a really, really huge fan base that backs it up. So those are my two back to back. You're up.
So, no, I like your picks. You left me in a little bit of a predicament because I thought you were going to take one of the next three that I'm looking at, and I was just going to default and take the two that were left over. But now you've left all three for me. So I'm going to go with a rarer one here. Now, the original drops, what I noticed is that the one with more mints, and even they do it nowadays, like even with the Pixar drop, for example, they've been giving more mints to more popular IP. So, for example, in the Iron Man and Avengers logo, maybe more people will want Iron Man. They made that a higher mint set, right? So the mint number not necessarily mean that it's a better collectible. So I think that's something people got to look at when they're seeing our picks here.
It's true.
So now that you've left me with this on the board, I'm going to go with the Mickey hat, and my reasoning is this. It is from the first set. I have more weight on the first set than I do on the follow-up sets. And the next two that I'm debating between are both from follow-up sets.
Yeah.
Without giving it away, but you probably already know.
Yep.
So Mickey hat, it's 6,333 editions. It's from Fantasia. It's a very, very iconic hat. It has a FE tag, though it is probably considered a character. So
well, I mean, people argue that, but it has the FE.
It could be considered a character to some. So some people might even look at it as like an error if they were to look at it. But I don't
think it's an error.
I think with the Mickey hat, I am now having a completed set as well with Elsa and the Mickey hat.
Okay.
Right? So I like that about it. Mm-hmm. I get some more MCP points.
Sure.
And I like that there's only 6,333 of them. And I think out of those smaller ranges, I feel like this is maybe the best one now that I'm looking at them all. Yeah, I think that's the best one besides... that's the best one with that number of mints.
I agree with that. I think you made a great pick with the Mickey hat right now. I think it's a good spot for mid pack. Good spot for it.
Okay, so this is going to be with the heart and not with the head. But I'm going with my boy, Donald and Daisy.
I expected that. I expected that at this point.
I had another runner up here, which I thought I was going to get.
Which I'm going to take now. I
know. But I had to go Donald and Daisy. It's an original 5 top Mickey and Friends characters. Iconic. Talk to Rob Stuff about it. He's a collector. He sells collectibles, and he's saying Donald Duck has very high sale rates, and I take that all in. Trust me, this is what I want. I've got a lot of Disney IP right now. I'm very happy with it, and the one that I don't have is Star Wars, and I'm not disappointed in that at all. So I'm glad with where I am. Up to you, Rob.
All right, yeah. Again, I knew you were gonna go Donald at some point. You're gonna reach for Donald for sure. So that opens the door for me to pick up Winnie the Pooh. That's my next pick.
Yep.
I wanted Winnie the Pooh. The truth is, I'm not even a Winnie the Pooh fan. Okay, I'm not even a Winnie the Pooh fan. Just has a lot of hype on him. I mean, going into the future, I think he's a little bit less of a popular character nowadays, but historically, he is like the third most popular character around. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with that. I mean, the price backs it up. So we know that people love Winnie the Pooh. He's one of the best new ones that came out, probably the main one. So we're gonna go with Winnie the Pooh. Now, for my follow-up pick, I think there's a lot of good options here. I have to balance between, my heart and what would maybe do better in terms of my head. So I'm actually going to go now with the Bart skateboard, believe it or not.
Wow.
I'm going to go with the Bart skateboard because I wanted to get one of the more rarer mint ones. And since I already have Homer and Bart, I figured I would also pick up the Bart one with it, with the same kind of idea that you had with Elsa. And I think it was the Mickey, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna reach a little bit for that Bart one too. I'm gonna go just with my head. I think it's still gonna do amazing. It was one of the first ones, and it's done fairly well over time. So stick with the scarcity, stick with the set, stick with the fact that it was one of the first ones, and that's why I went with that.
I like that. I like that you're completing sets here. Which makes me kind of hesitant on my next couple of picks here. But I am going to go with our most recent rarest drop, Chippendale, keeping the rarity in line. I'm happy with that. Very popular IP still, maybe not in line with what I have above, but I do think that because of the number of mints and with the number of people expected to be coming into the app, if they want to complete that set, they will need a Chippendale, and that should keep the value higher with that item. Speaking of that, I'm also going to complete another set here, and my next pick will be Lady and the Tramp, and it is only because I have Donald and Daisy, and it is a 2-statue set. So I feel like this is something that helps me out and helps me with my MCP points. And Lady and the Tramp is also very popular depending on what part of the world you're from. So if it's a little bit more localized, but I feel like 7,777 mints. And it's just an iconic pose too. The 2 dogs standing beside each other. I love it.
Yeah, you've actually left me with some pretty good options here. So I think I'm gonna go with the Wally. Mm-hmm. So the Wally was again one of the first ones. It's still fairly common. It's over 10,000, but I think this one's an uncommon or something. It could be a rare, but I think it's an uncommon. So I'll go with the Wally. A little bit underrated, I think. Not really a big Wally fan.
Very detailed. Very detailed, though. If you ever zoom in on it, it looks really cool. Yeah.
But then I'm gonna follow it up with a Timon and Pumbaa now.
Nice.
I could go with one of the historic ones, but I just like Timon and Pumbaa better. So I'm gonna go ahead with that. I already know it would have been one of your next 2 picks.
Yep.
So I figured I might as well pick it up now, or I'll probably never see it.
Yeah. Now you're leaving me with a couple that I'm not too into, but I might go with one just to break up your set. Sorry, Rob. I'm gonna grab the Pizza Planet truck.
That's a good pick.
Just because I can't have you having more MCP points than me right away. And actually, I might take your other handicap and take the Avengers logo. And
that's okay.
Another one from the original set. And I know which one's up there that you want. Personal favorite, isn't it?
So I have a personal favorite. I left it to the end. I gambled. I really, really wanted it, but I had a feeling you weren't gonna pick it, and that's Mr. Cogsworth and Lumiere. They are Beauty and the Beast. I have a feeling that part of the reason why you like Lady and the Tramp is because Superstar Mel is a fan of Lady and the Tramp. Well, Superstar Kate is a big fan of Beauty and the Beast. Me and her have watched, we watched back-to-back plays of Beauty and the Beast when we were in Disneyland. And I've watched the movie many times. Love the movie. Love the characters. So I'm going to go all in now with that one. I'm so happy that you left it for me. I finally got my Cogsworth. Again, I bought a low mint of this actually just because it was cheap. I feel like it's super underrated and it's going to grow with time. So there it is. Look at that draft.
That's our draft. So just to recap, we got Team Rob, the blue team, R2-D2, Iron Man, Homer and Bart, Winnie the Pooh, Bart Skateboard, Wally, Timon and Pumbaa, Cogsworth and Lumiere. Stacked lineup, Rob. Then you got Team Joe, Team Pink, got C-3PO, Elsa, Mickey Hat, Donald and Daisy, Chip and Dale, Lady and the Tramp, Pizza Planet Truck, Avengers logo. What do you guys think? What would you have done different? Where would you have selected differently with what was left over? We want to know that in the comments below. Yeah. And which team would you rather have? If you had to have one of these in your vault, and if money wasn't an issue, which one would you have?
Yeah, maybe you heard our rationale as why we pick certain things. Maybe you can add to that, or maybe you can tell us why maybe we made a mistake. You can say in the comments, round 3, you went Homer in the Bart, I would have done this instead. Love to hear your thoughts. In a way, this is almost like community kind of voting. Yeah. And then we'll know going forward what the community's thinking as we all discuss it for the future to see what people actually really like compared to others. It's all relative. Yeah. We all want golden moments. We're in a bear market. We all have the opportunity. Not too long ago, it would have been almost impossible to touch one of these unless you were back in November when these things first dropped. Now we have an opportunity, especially on the new ones, to actually grab some. So I think this is a fun conversation that everyone's talking about. Let us know below what you think.
What else? What else should we do? Should we do one for Pixar? Should we do one for artists? What is something else you would want to see? Do you like the draft format? Is it cool? Would you rather just have us do tier lists? We want to know from you guys. What do you prefer to watch? And put that in the comments for sure, so we know how to make content going forward.
Yeah, and smash that subscribe button. You become a superstar as well. Join the Superstar fam. We want to hear from you, as Joe mentioned. Let us know below what you think. Do you agree with us, disagree with us? We respond to every single comment, so we want to hear from you. So we will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.